What's going on, y'all? How's it going? Hopefully y'all are doing good today. Let's see, let me pull up my chat here so I can see who's in the chat. I'm trying to lean this a little bit to get rid of some of that glare, but I guess this is the best we're gonna do. Let's see. Okay, there's the chat. Let's see. Karen, hey, what's up? Golf Clash Ian, Aaron Stuckey, Bob Noel, how's it going? Alan Rayner, how's it going? I love it when you stream at this time. Yeah, I bet this is like what 6 p.m. your time, Alan. So yeah, this would be definitely the perfect dinner time stream. This is recorded. This is a recorded round. I'm having some major back issues, and it's just really tough for me to like look down at a tablet right now. So I did play this last night in bits and pieces and put it together for a full round. So you are going to probably see me moving around quite a bit today. And yeah, that's the reason why. But hopefully we can walk through these holes and maybe y'all can pick up a few tips. I will explain how I set up the shot and maybe what I may do differently next time. Kind of like what we did yesterday afternoon. What I did in this round is based off of the changes I made yesterday afternoon. Santos, what's up? Shabba-dabba-doo, what's going on? Glenn Peters, how's it going? Appreciate it. Alan Stone, what's up? Cube, Mr. Dillport, how's it going? Mr. Herb, how's it going? Rick, what's up, man? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I only got an hour, so we will go ahead and start. Tater Todd, what's up, buddy? Mr. Noel, I've had this happen to me one other time. It was a couple years ago, and it definitely was not this bad. I woke up this morning, and when I rolled out of my bed, I about fell straight to the ground. It was so bad. I'm not sure how I'm even here at work, but I'm not one to take sick days, so. All right, we should start here in just a second. I think I left it on this opening screen for a minute or two. Jonathan Tesh, how's it going, man? What's up, Brendan? Good afternoon to you, sir. Max Ford, how's it going? Mr. Johnny Faith, what's up, buddy? What's going on? Oh, man, it's time to get some of these logos and things changed. I have to go and update my members' logos here. Or emojis. I guess emojis would be the proper word. All right, so hole number one, right off the bat, you start out with a hole where you got to really go after it. So I'm going at it with a power 4 ball. You can use a Titan and you can use a Kingmaker as well for this shot, but I think you do have to overpower it a little bit extra, and it's a little bit trickier of a shot. If you use a power 4 ball, you kind of take some of that gray space out of the shot, and it becomes a much easier shot where you can kind of more focus on a landing spot and your spin. So y'all will see me doing this a lot during the video. It's basically the only way I can relieve pain in my shoulder and back right now. Boomer with the $20. He says a day late, get you some pudding balls. All right, Boomer. I will buy some pudding balls for my main account. I appreciate the gift, sir. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Michael Bolton, what's up, man? Just downloaded Notebook 20 minutes ago, trying to get used to it. Yeah, shabba dabba doo. That's going to take some time to get used to. And if y'all are wondering, I'm not just holding my hand up in the air. I've got a cabinet up here I'm holding it on. It kind of just helps. All right, so Indy is first. Mr. Freeze, what's up, my brother? What's up? What's going on, Knuckles? Appreciate it very much. For those of you just joining, this is recorded. I recorded it last night in like 2 and 3 whole segments. That's about as much as I could do at a time looking down at the tablet. It's just so painful with, I guess, the head tilting down. Yeah, so this is what we got. I figured this would be better than nothing. And I know there are a lot of people out there that still have questions about experts. And there are some people out there that are just killing the expert. So I think it's important for everybody to see these shots, to give yourself a chance, if you are struggling, to maybe make some adjustments, maybe gain a little bit of confidence in taking the shot. So for this shot right here, we went with the power 4-ball, just to give us a little bit extra power off the tee. So instead of landing at the front edge of this second fairway, as you'll be able to see, I can get a little bit farther into the fairway. 2 top spin, full right spin. Okay, and we have 8.2 rings off the edge of my center bullseye. So where that white ring was is 5 rings. So I have 3 extra rings of difference right there. So that right there shows you I don't have to fully overpower this ball to get a good landing spot. So a full ball of curl and right curl. And there's a lot of room up there for air. Great right, great left, and still be okay. As you're going to see, I get a nice roll here off the back of the green, and it's going to roll right up next to the cup. And that's the perfect way to start this tournament and that round. So if you can do that, you kind of get yourself off on a good footing, and I think it can help build your confidence for the rest of the round. I didn't get any, well, I think I got some dead balls on my my main account queue, but I think it was a small amount. So I'm definitely going to get those pudding balls. Thank you to Boomer. Appreciate it, buddy. Greg K, what's up, buddy? If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Feel free. Thank you, Freddie. How's it going, buddy? Knuckles, I have not tried one of those. I do have a doctor's appointment set up for tomorrow morning. So, we're going to try that first. And then after that, maybe a massage therapist. We'll have to see. I definitely can't afford a chiropractor. Chiropractic is not covered in my insurance. And anytime you go to the chiropractor, they try to charge you an arm and a leg to get those x-rays done first. I'm going to be okay, Boomer. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to play one way or the other. I just don't know that live stream with me playing 9 straight holes in a row is a good idea right now. But if I can kind of like, you know, a little bit at a time, I'm fine. I can take a break, move around. So we start out with the eagle hole number 1. That's how we wanted to start it. That was 2 topspin and full right spin. About 1 ball of curl. And I used a power 4-ball for those that didn't hear me. Honey Badger, what's going on, man? Greg K, man, that's a freaking blessing, man. That's awesome to hear. And normally I feel great too. I'm an individual that does do a lot of physical activity. So this is, I guess it's harder for me since I'm used to being able to do more and I can't currently. Thanks. What's up, Quentin? Thank you, T-Bone. Well, Quentin, the thing is drugs aren't going to do anything for a nerve issue, I don't think. All right, Knuckles, I definitely will. I've heard about them. I've actually seen them used before. I'm not sure what all it would, if it would help or not, but I guess, you know, it wouldn't be a bad try. Greg. We had a good Christmas, Freddie. The boys got their first bunk bed, which was part of the reason this paint has returned. It started pretty much right after we finished building that bunk bed. But they really loved it, and that was pretty much their Christmas present. They got a few small toys, but we try to raise our children not to expect a whole lot during Christmas. I just don't think it's feasible to totally spoil the child. But you want to give them a few things so they, you know, are happy. John, what's going on, man? With the APOC 4, I'm trying to think what I did on my Who's account. Can't remember. For this shot right here, I'm going with the quarterback. And we'll play at minimum distance. And it was 4.5 bars of backspin and 1 and a quarter left spin. Played at minimum distance on the shot. And you'll see, I think I get robbed here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I get robbed. Watch this ball. Did y'all see how it kind of like very seldomly wobbled a little bit and then came back onto the green? Yeah, I did not send in a ticket for that, but it's just, it looked kind of odd. How a shot can like start falling into the hole and then wobble back out that quickly. What's going on, Ang? 585. What's going on? Anti-inflammatory. That would be like Aleve, and yeah, I've tried that. It just doesn't seem to do a whole lot for it. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Knuckles. All right, Sheba. Have a good day. What's going on, Bobby? Jonathan Tish, how's it going? A ball that close to the edge of the hole, speaking of gravity, should fall into the hole. That would have been an awesome way to start. And you can take that, you can play this hole with the sniper as well. From higher up on the hillside. I have seen people using that approach. I like the quarterback with those spins. In fact, I was going to try the rock, but I did not put the rock in. I think the rock would be another thing to try. Emily. I only tried it once and it didn't work, so I stopped taking it. What's going on, Sherry? How's it going? Ooh, Epsom salt, yes. Epsom salt and rubbing alcohol, right, Joker? Yeah, Quinn. I didn't send in a ticket for that. It just it looked kind of odd. What's going on, Lee? Nope, not better. I have an appointment with the doctor tomorrow morning, so hopefully we can start heading in that correct direction. Now, y'all might want to ignore some of these shootouts because I do just kind of try some crazy things. I have the Cataclysm in for this shootout. And it actually does look like it lines up to be a decent shot. But I get the wind adjustment incorrect on it. But I could definitely see, a chance with the Cataclysm if you just had to use it on a shootout. I couldn't use the Goliath because of the direction of the wind. All right, Emily. I will look for it. Minus 13. That's a good solid score. Nothing to be ashamed of. All right, so hole number 3. We play this one with the Apocalypse. And I'm going to use the Guardian this time around. I used the Hammerhead earlier in that day on this hole. And I went with my Max Guardian this time on the main account. Oh, awesome, Ian. Karen, the thing about, I always sleep on a pretty firm pillow. And we did recently get a mattress topper, which I've been told is not good. But I was having the neck issues before we even had the topper. So I can't use that as my blaming source. But yeah, I have been told that mattress toppers and and big pillows are definitely not good for neck and back areas. A couple years ago when I had the same issue, it started when I fell asleep downstairs in the living room, and my head was just at a really weird angle. And that as well started out as a small neck pain and then just advanced into, I guess it was a nerve, a pinched nerve. And I think the same thing happened this time. I think at some point I kind of like turned in the middle of the night and was in an awkward position. And then the next day I had a sore neck, and instead of taking it easy, I went to the YMCA and played handball. So this is kind of my fault, I think. I should have taken it easy. What's going on, Daryl? Hope you're having a good day, sir. What's going on, James? But yeah, Joker, I've used the Epsom salt before. Especially when like I played softball and we'd play like 9-10 games in a row, like on one day. I would come home so sore. And the Epsom salt and the green alcohol, those green alcohol bottles, and hot bath was the only thing that could help me feel good. And one day I didn't use it, and then the previous day it was such a world of difference that, yeah, we definitely keep Epsom salt and stuff on hand. So I may have to give that a try. Sorry, Boomer. Here, how about that? Can you remember me now? The only reason I'm leaning back is it feels a little bit better on my back as opposed to sitting straight up. And I think that's another thing that's given me issues during this time is the place I stream from is a raised like bar top table with a raised bar top stool. So it's really not the greatest place comfort-wise to be running the stream. Alright, so here you're going to see my shot with the Guardian. I have a lot more room on this shot. We got 7.2 rings to adjust for here. So what I'm going to do is I go full left spin, and I go no top spin or back spin. I just want to kind of see what this shot's going to do. Okay, I do go one backspin. One backspin. So now I straighten out the angle of the wind. I'm going to pull to about the landing spot I want, and then I'm going to move it back 7 rings from there. Okay, and as I see, I need just a little bit, a tiny bit of overpower for the shot. Now, based off the results here, I can make changes to the shot for the future. And from what I see right there, I can go with a little more backspin and be okay. So instead of 1 bar of backspin, we'll go with 2 or even maybe 3 bars of backspin. And what that'll allow that ball to do is actually hit the green and actually give it a chance to grip better and move farther to the left. So that will be the strategy that I use next time I play this hole. I'll use a little bit more than 1 bar of backspin. It'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 or 3 bars of backspin, and that will kind of depend on what kind of wind that I get. What's going on, Tim? Thank you very much, sir. I have not tried acupuncture, Breach. I have not. This is not a problem that I commonly have. So it's not like an ongoing ailment that bugs me every day. But it was, last time it happened to me a couple years ago, it was about 2 to 3 weeks before it cleared up. And it was the week that I went to the doctor that it finally cleared up. So hopefully we can have the same success and we can get back to our normal self. That is the pillow that I have, Karen, the bamboo pillow. It came in a box and it was like flat as a pancake. And then you start ripping apart and like smushing the material and it finally becomes like a regular size pillow. But that is what I use, one of those bamboo pillows. Greg, you can soak your whole body in that stuff. It works good. It will take the soreness out of a muscle quickly. Very quickly. What's going on? Good to go? How's it going? What's up, Jeff? We got the whole crew in here today at lunchtime. That's what I like. All we're missing is Brad and Tim now. Hopefully y'all had a good Christmas. I know I did. I love to sit there on the couch and watch the boys open up presents, and their expressions are just like so priceless. What's funny is my 3.5-year-old, he's the kid that just rips through the presents and throws the present to the side. My 6.5-year-old opens a present, then he wants to open that and play with it, and then open the next present. So it's like completely opposite ends of the spectrum. It's just fun to watch. It's those type of moments that you just take in as a parent, and it just makes you so appreciative of what you have. What's going on, Brian? What's up, buddy? Alright, so for this shot right here, we're going to play it with the sniper. We play it at 15% adjustment for the wind. We play it with a Kingmaker ball. We go 4 down, max spin to the right, and we can play this at mid adjustment. I will offset my shot to the left of the hole a little bit on this one, and I think I go about 1 square to the left is what I end up at. We will adjust 7.7 rings for a mid adjustment, and it's just really important to hit a perfect here. No curl, and get a nice little bounce and hop. The ball still comes in to the right side of the hole, so what I will need to either do is adjust either even farther left my offset, or I need to mess around with my elevation or my spin. In my opinion, it's easier just to work with your offset. So next time I play this hole, I will offset 2 squares left instead of 1 square left, and that's what we will try. And if we get the same result, then we might have to start trying to make some other changes to the shot. So we get the birdie, which is okay. I think a minus 29, minus 30 is going to put you in pretty good position in this tournament. And if my calculations are correct, a minus 29 or minus 30 is definitely repeatable easily if you get at least 1 hole-in-one. And that's giving you kind of a forgiveness on one of those par 4s to not to get the eagle. Because there are several par 4s where you can get the eagles on this course. I don't know, Greg. If you think of anything else, you let us know. My boys like those. Well, my youngest likes trains, so he got more small trains and train pieces to add to his set. And my oldest likes Beyblades or something like that. I don't know. It's some sort of game that kids play nowadays where they like battle, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Growing up as a kid, we had Pogs. I don't know if any of y'all remember Pogs, where you have the slammers and you got to throw them down and you flip these little like basically milk jug tops, and they had different types of patterns and stuff like that on them. But the reason for the game was you wanted to throw your slammer down and you flip the stack over, and if you were able to do that, you got the stack of Pogs. I don't know. Does anybody in here remember that game? That was one I remember as a child. No, Michael, I did not do the rough bump. As soon as the hole started, I thought, man, I should have tried that rough bump. And I was recording it, so I didn't want to leave out and go look at a message or anything like that. So I just kept doing what I was doing. But I may try out that rough bump before it's all said and done, just to see. Just to see. Alright, so hole number 5. Now, I'm just going to warn you all, this is where it gets kind of weird on hole number 5. And I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to tell you all what happens. But yeah, I got a little bit nervous on this hole. And we'll just have to wait, and you'll have to see it when it happens. But it was definitely not a fun time for me. I got very nervous. Quentin knows what I'm talking about when I say pogs. They may have been Quentin. I don't remember them. I remember playing the game Crossfire. You remember Crossfire? With the little like metallic balls, and you had to knock the little spinny thing into the goal. Man, we had some heated Crossfire games. We'd be two people holding that board with those guns up in the air, moving it back and forth. Daryl says he's got Gene Autry twin guns. Today he got twin Glocks. We got our kids some cap guns. I thought about getting my son a Red Ryder BB gun. I'll probably get him one for his birthday when he turns 7. I think that's a pretty good present for a 7-year-old, right? I think that's a decent age. The Red Ryder BB gun. He'll like it. I do too, Mr. Badger. I got them up in the attic somewhere. With all my baseball cards. My goodness, I used to collect some baseball cards growing up. Man. Alright, so on this shot right here, I go full left spin. And I go one backspin. Or one topspin on this shot with the Apocalypse 5. So, I don't know if you didn't see my drive. That's what I did. Full left spin, one topspin with the Apocalypse 5, 10% elevation change. Now this is an uphill shot, so I'm going to put 5% on it. I am using the sniper. And I'm going to play it at about one topspin. Brendan, I have thought about it. I did go back and watch through some videos, and I saw your shot where you actually albatrossed it with the Saturn. I did not like the trickle roll out of the rough. I'm scared that there's definitely a possibility that ball would not get through the rough. So there's a shot with a sniper. I think with a sniper you have a really good chance to hold this shot out from back where I was at. So it's definitely something that I'm thinking about, Brendan. And it's definitely something that on a weekend round that you may possibly do if you know you need to gain a stroke. But yeah, I've thought about it, and it's not completely out of my mind yet. I had rollerblades, Greg. I was a rollerblading kind of guy. I would rollerblade all through our town. Nowadays, you can't let a kid rollerblade through a town. You never know what's out there now. Hey, Greg. You'll shoot your eye out. I think it was backwards, but that's what it said. I have that t-shirt on today. I was going to wear it yesterday, but I put it on, and then the screen like completely like made me invisible. So I'm like, well, I can't wear this green shirt with the green screen. Alright, so this is where it gets interesting, y'all. I have already made my putt, if you all saw. I already made my putt, and then we get this. Now, you're going to see me scroll my top down several times to check connection. So I don't have connection right here. But then it comes back. I've got connection now. You see the game started again, and now it kind of just freezes up. Like, it freezes at this spot. There's no windows or anything. And you're going to continuously see me checking my connection, which shows that it's good. All right, Tim. Have a good day, sir. Oh, nice work, Mr. Johnson. -14. That's a good score. James Kennedy, awesome job at the -13, dude. Very nice. You're welcome. So here, I know I'm in trouble when it lets me just start going anywhere I want in the hole. Here you see me check my connection. I'm connected. So now we're just going to start taking a tour of the hole, looking at the little house, trying to peep in the window. And then we start scrolling over to the boat, look at the boat. Yeah, Daniel, that thing goes up and down. Then this starts again. You are reconnecting. And I'm thinking, well, I already made my shot. This should not affect me. You see me check my internet connection again. I have internet connection right there. And we went from eBay to E-Trade. And the snow is still falling. So this is like the weirdest thing that I've ever experienced in this game. And all I can think about is, this thing better not give me a bogey. I already made my eagle. And I don't want to exit the game. Because I'm like, well, if I exit the game, then maybe it's just going to concede a forfeit for me. Checking my internet connection again. Moving crap out of the way. I'm still connected. But apparently I'm not connected to the game. So here we finally just exit out and restart the game. And I'm thinking to myself, I guess I'm just going to get a bogey and move on. So we get here and we see that no even like evidence of the hole being played at all. So at this point I'm like, okay, it didn't even count. I actually at least get to replay the hole. But then I start thinking, well, crap, I got to make that drive and that second shot over again after I've already made it. So I finally realized, all right, well, that's what we got to do. So here we are, hole number 5 again. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. MemG says, got a -10 in rookie. All right. Rookie's hard. A lot harder. Because you don't have clubs and you don't have the wind to help you make shots. So eventually Playdemic's going to give me an opponent here. And they're going to make me replay the hole. And all I can think to myself is, man, I'm going to mess this hole up. Now that I already eagled it, now they're going to make me play it over again. I'm going to mess it up. And of course I go first. So here we go. Again. Full left, 1 top spin. We got 6.5 rings for adjustment here. So 6.5. Now, if you're playing this shot, I would not go with the yellow ring close to the rough line. I would go with the red ring close to the rough line. Give yourself a little bit extra buffer and be okay. And I believe I played it with a 2-ring buffer the first time. I only played it with about a 1.5 rings this last time. So you do want to give yourself a little bit extra room on that left side. Yeah. Knuckles, if I had made the albatross, I would have been pissed. I believe so, Quentin. I seem to have recollection of that happening to someone else as well, but I couldn't remember who it was. And Daryl says, do I think we'll get snow globes? It's $100 is burning a hole in my pocket. We'll know in a couple days. I don't see why they would not do it. Everybody's been waiting for them. So, I mean, if they don't do it, it's just them passing over free money at this point. Doesn't make any sense. What y'all think of those nice reskinned Kingmaker balls with faster needle speed? Thank you, Playdemic. That was a kind present for Christmas. Alright, so we got a second chance at this one. We go with a little bit more topspin this time. 7.4 rings for our adjustment. We added a little bit more topspin. What's going on, Todd? Happy Boxing Day to you as well. I think I saw Karen said Happy Boxing Day. I believe what Boxing Day is that a Canadian holiday? I'm not 100% sure on the history of Boxing Day, but I'm sure someone in the chat can tell me and inform me, because I am kind of curious. I've heard of it before, and I believe it's more of a I don't think it's a holiday that's celebrated here in the States. The stats of the snow globe are, I don't know, I can't remember them. They're really good. They're really good, Karen. Okay, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so here we go. Get this one in for the eagle. Again. For the second time. I wish we could just carry over one of those eagles to the next round and I could just skip the hole. Because this is definitely a hole where you can misstep and end up with a birdie very easily. Especially on that tee shot. That's why it's so important to not use a lot of topspin. Because that ball does freely flow through that fairway. And you blink your eye and you'll be in that rough for that bunker. And you'll be like, dang. Alright, Canada. That's what I thought. It's also UK and Commonwealth holiday. Okay, so it's Europe and okay, well, I mean that would make sense. I had a feeling that it was Canadian, but I didn't realize that it was extended over into part of Europe as well. Alright, yeah, that would make sense, Quinn. Alright, so the next hole we have is hole number 6. This freaking hole, I hate this hole. It eats my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it drinks my blue cans. That's the type of relationship I have with this hole 6. I really want to do some sort of a power curl on it. But I don't this time. But I think next time we're going to go with more of a... We're going to try out a power curl option because I'm 0 for 2 on this hole. And I'm not sure if I'm lining it up on the incorrect spot off the drive, or it's just, you know, my great hits are killing me. But it feels like the shot carries a little bit more than what it shows to carry. Brendan says, okay, so he's talking about the previous hole. If I blast this shot, the Nirvana reaches from the rough. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, if you can make the shot, I mean, taking that shot with a Saturn or something is definitely the way to go. As you see here, I hit a little bit too far to the right, and I put myself in that bunker. The good news is I know I can reach from that bunker because I was there before. The bad news is we give up our chance at a pretty good eagle opportunity here. I don't believe this will be one of the holes that people convert into eagles as commonly as some of these other ones, but it's definitely a good opportunity to gain you a stroke on a good portion of the field, in my opinion. But I think there's a better play on this hole, and I think it's the power curl. We just got to work out those numbers for the curl. Thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate it very much, and blessings to you and your family as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. What's going on, Yanush? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Third light up, the right side of that house roof is closed for the hook. We counting light bulbs, Brendan. I love it. All right. Brendan, will that shot work with a Apocalypse 4 as well, or is that just an Apocalypse 5? And I would assume it'd be full top spin and left spin, or what would the adjustments be for that shot, Brendan? Or you could just message me afterwards if you want. So we hit the perfect shot on that that sand wedge, and I thought I had a chance. Not a bad shot right there from that distance with the sand edge wedge. It's really difficult to make a long distance shot with the sand wedge just because of how high that ball goes up into the air. There's really no like specific perfect way to judge a shot like that. It really loses a lot of its accuracy from that type of distance. Oh, okay. So that shot is with the Apocalypse 4. Awesome. All right, Brandon. I will check it out because that's probably what I'll end up using on this hole. I've tried the smash it approach twice, and it's put me in the bunker twice. So I don't think it can get any worse. Some people don't care, Brian. Some people have unlimited supplies of Zerker balls. And that right there was a nice shot. The way he played that hop. That's definitely another option if you don't want to try to blast it or use a power shot. That hop shot's a good choice. Puts him in pretty nice positioning for a shot at the green. What's up, Joel? How's it going, buddy? Welcome. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning are wondering what the heck is he doing, I've got some issues with my neck, and this is basically the only way that I can stand sitting in a chair and talk. Otherwise, the pain radiates through my neck and shoulder, down through my arm, and to the fingertips, and that just equals 4-letter words that I won't say on stream. Hey, Steve. We normally do post a lot of information about the course. With this course not having the second tee open to us to practice until the tournament, that definitely made it a lot more difficult for us to be able to get out good information to y'all. But yeah, normally stuff like that will be posted on the 19th hole. But usually by the time we post it, we've all had time to like tune it in like 5 or 6 times and get it to a point where we know it's going to work for y'all. We just don't like to post information that's not accurate. We like it to be pretty much great proofed. And when it gets to that stage, that's when we usually put it out there. I need a throne so I can lean back. Yeah, I don't think my boss is going to buy me one of those, Alan. But there is talk of trying to get some sort of a gaming chair for at my house, so I don't have to sit in a wooden stool, which definitely does not help the back. I definitely have a much more appreciative thought for those that have back issues and have to sit on hard stools like in our cafeteria and stuff. Daryl, about 2, but yes, last time I had this issue it was about 3 to 4 weeks. So you're right on the money with that, Daryl. And unfortunately, I don't think pain medicine can do anything for nerve issues. The only thing that seems to do anything is if I take like a vibrator and I put it on my back down at the source. That's the only thing that will relieve myself of that pain through my shoulder and my arm. But as soon as I take it off, it comes right back. So, yeah. All right, Charles. Have fun with your family, brother. Catch up with you later. So it was from Walmart. You back quick, Greg. I thought you left. Yeah, Joel, you're probably right because of the much closer tee. But if you're in the rookie in the upper levels, you probably can make the shot. If you're in the rookie in the lower levels, then I would suggest going straight up the middle to the left. Because most lower level rookie players won't have the clubs or the balls even to make that big long shot. Y'all are funny. Yeah, T-Bone. Someone else earlier in the chat was talking about an inversion table. And I once upon a time knew someone that had one. I just can't recall. Alright, so for this shot right here, we're playing it with the sniper. Full right, 4 bars of backspin. And we're going to, as you see, we're offsetting this one even more to the left. And this is a shootout. And if you all notice, up in that left-hand corner, we've got a member from the Blue Can crew playing here with me today on this hole. And that's not a bad shot right there. Not a bad shot right there. So we got the Valkyrie from the Blue Can crew, aka Heidi, and one of the spider ladies. And it looks like she's wanting to try a rough bump here. And I think a lot of people are trying the rough bump on this hole. There's like a small little circular area of green in the middle of that snow. I think that's where people are aiming for. So she's going at this with the sniper. Let's see. This one is... I played it at a 15%. Charlie? I played it at 15%. And look at there, Miss Heidi beats me in the shootout. I don't normally play the shootouts, but I had to play it because Heidi was there. I wish I would have just forfeited. Alright, so our next hole is hole number 7. And hole number 7 is a par 3. And I think you can play this hole a few different ways. You can either play it with a skip shot, or you can play it with like a guardian in full backspin and right curl. And I'm pretty sure we play this one with the Goliath. We play the skip shot. Oh, very nice, Karen. That's cool. I don't know, Daryl. Your clan points will say otherwise. Alright, so for this shot right here, we go with full topspin and full left spin. And we actually took away a couple bars of topspin on the shot. So we went with 2 less bars of topspin and full left spin. And almost about 3/4 of a ball of curl. And as you see, we get a nice bounce and the roll. And no. We're going to get an ace? Nope. But sure, pretty close. And that's a shot right there that you want to make. If you can make that shot the whole tournament, it'll be a big smile on your face. So, it looks like Heidi is going to do some sort of like a curl shot here. I sent her a message after the round was over, and I was like, "What are you doing on hole 8?" And she's like, "Well, you already secured the eagle, so I was just messing around." I love it. I think it's cool when people explore different types of shots. And in fact, she actually almost pulled it off. If that ball would have been a little bit farther left, it would have been pretty good. So, definitely a good attempt there by Heidi. So, we get the tap-in eagle on hole 8. That's a nice thing to say. Tap-in eagle on hole 8. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Did I get my eagle on 5? Boomer, I had to replay the hole on 5. It never would reconnect me. So when I came back in, it showed as if I had never even played the hole. And yes, I did get the eagle on 5. And then we put it within a tap-in on 8 for the eagle. So we also got the eagle on 8. And the shot that I played on 8, it works just as good with an Apocalypse 4. It works with a Thor 5 as well. It probably works with an Extra Mile 8 as well, I would assume. Thank you, Steve. It was awesome to see you in here. And hopefully we'll see you again. I try to do some of these lunchtime streams during the tournament week. So just keep that in mind. That's right, Todd. Just give it a little tappy, tap, tap, tap-a-roo. You going to the BX or the commissary, Daryl? Yeah, I'm a military brat. I know all about those BXs and commissaries. All right now, Boomer. Alright, so for this shot right here, full top spin, 2 left spin, and I like to hit it with about 50% overpower. You want to make sure you hit that that neck of the fairway and roll up into this larger area. And I'm pretty sure I brought the Guardian with me again for the second shot. MREs. You don't want no MREs. Those things are nasty. Calamari, yeah. Those MREs are anything you want to eat. I remember one time my dad brought home one for me, and I tried it, and I said, I ain't never trying this again. That's what we should send RJ, is to eat one of those. It's vacuum sealed, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Have any of y'all ever had a smoked bologna? I had never heard of a smoked bologna until earlier today. Someone that I work with, they did a smoked bologna, and they said it was absolutely awesome. So here you see 4 right spin and 1 back spin on this shot. I'm not 100% sure how this shot's going to play out with the Guardian, because I have not made this shot with the Guardian before. So we just played that 1 backspin to see what it does. We go our 6.7 rings for the shot. And comes in, bounces, a little bit past the hole, but then we get the nice roll back to the hole. So from that, I come to the conclusion that I can use more backspin on that shot. So probably about 3 or 4 bars of backspin will be what I use next time I play that hole. And then if that's too much, then I can back off to like 2 or 3 bars of backspin. But all in all, once again, we're back in gimme range for a putt, which is definitely something that you can't complain about on this hole or this course. Joel says, high-end bologna is no joke. I like bologna. I've always liked bologna. Sea rations, I have never tried those, but I have heard, Boomer, I have heard about them. And Heidi does the same thing. She hits a little bit past, but uses that back ridge just to roll back a little bit towards the hole. So with this putt, we will end up with the -14, which is not too bad, considering that we didn't ace any of the par 3s, and then we missed our shot on 6. And all those other eagles, I feel pretty confident with the shots. So I'm looking forward to a decent opening round and weekend round. My time is up in about 1 minute. So we got 76 people here in the chat. I do appreciate all 76 of you all, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me on my lunch break. Hopefully you all picked up a few tips for your expert round. I am going to try to get a pro round out. It'll probably be more in the form of a playthrough like my rookie. I have had some people requesting the pro, and I just had not got around to do it yet with the holidays and my back issues. So thank you all for joining us here today, and we will play this last hole because it's someone I know. So I always play the shootouts when it's someone I know, unless I'm in a hurry. And we're playing it with the Big Dog and the Guardian, 2 clubs that you normally would not use on this hole, so I figured that would be kind of interesting. Thank you guys. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, Big Dog is definitely not a club that you want on this hole. But if you are a player that's playing up in expert, you know, maybe with lower level clubs, a Big Dog is going to be your option on all of these holes. And, you know, got to commend the player that plays up in the division despite not having the clubs that are normally used in the division. And that's what Heidi does. Heidi plays up. She wins her gold and then moves on up divisions. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. Boomer, I'm going to buy some pudding balls as soon as I leave here, and then I will send you the video so you can see what I get. Or actually, I'll put the video on the 19th hole. How about that? That's what we're going to do. Oh, and also I have something else to put on the 19th hole. Kind of a fun little contest, and you'll just have to check out the 19th hole for details on that. So with that right there, I think we throw up the scorecard. I'm not 100% sure. But with that right there, we are going to end the stream. Thank you all very much once again for coming, and y'all have a good Wednesday afternoon, and God bless y'all as always.